Morning, everyone. You made it to the end of the week. Well done. Happy Friday. Hope you're all feeling good. I'm just going to go through what you're going to be doing today. Don't forget first that we have assembly right away at 9 o'clock this morning. Right after that, all the teachers are going to be in a staff meeting for a little while. So we won't be reachable for probably about an hour after that, after assembly. And then I'm meeting with group 4 at 10:45 today, and I'm meeting the whole class at 12, and then I'm meeting with Marley, Eva, and Ethan for Ethan's treat for most uploads last week. So those are all the Zooms that are happening this morning. Don't forget that if you haven't handed in your social studies today, it's due. Some of you have handed in. I'm going to have a chance to go through them today. I'll just share my screen so that you can see what to expect for today's work. So your social studies is due. If you haven't finished your science progress check, if you haven't done the second page, please do that and hand that in too. You can do your spelling test today. And then for your literacy, you're going to be starting your draft for your realistic fiction story. So as with a draft, we're going to be using drafting paper. If you have just lined paper, you can use that. And as long as you skip a line between each line so that any revisions that you make in the future, you'll have space for. If you want to do it straight on the computer, because we're in remote learning, I'm actually fine with that. And you can just post the Word document that you're working on to show me your progress as we go. But as we do when we're in school, we work on one section at a time. We don't just start thinking about our story and then let it go. We want to be very deliberate with what we're doing. So today we are just thinking about the introduction, that very first section of your story. And I have a couple links here where you can see that the setting helped to introduce this story in both of these. And that's what you're going to be doing. So you're going to be thinking, and you can go into your packet for that. You're going to be thinking of not only what it looks like in your setting and describing that, you're going to be thinking about making it come alive to the reader. So you want to be explaining what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like, what you might be hearing. And you also want to be showing, not telling a little bit. So we've worked on that in the past, and I think you guys got pretty good at it. You can paint the picture in the reader's mind by thinking about things like your 5 senses to show what's happening in our setting, not just say what it looks like. And this will help us understand a little bit of the clues about the culture that this book's going to follow. So just like those examples that I've shown you, that gives us little clues about where the story takes place, like the types of houses or the types of buildings or the types of trees and plants or the types of animals. All of those little clues help us out. So you're just going to be doing that first paragraph. If you need some lined paper templates, I can send you some, or you can do it just on the computer as well. So those are your 2 options. It doesn't have to be, usually whenever we do drafts, it has to be handwritten in school, particularly because we'll be working on it over a week or 2 and we go back to it to change it. But because we're in remote learning and because time being an issue for a lot of things, if you are starting to draft it on the computer, this time only, I will be fine with that. For math, those of you who have finished probing questions are going to give extension a go, which is in the file. If you have finished extension, there's actually a link that I'm going to post along with this into the schedule for a harder challenge for you to try, for those of you that do manage to finish everything. I've seen quite a lot of people's first pages of probing questions and maybe some of the second. But if you haven't posted any of those, please let me have a look, because that's how I'm starting to tell whether you're level 3 or not, moving on from that fluency, which is just level 2. If you're able to explain yourself, then I can say that you definitely are understanding this, this lesson. So I'll upload that for you. And then your final task for social studies being due today. You noticed yesterday in our Zoom to the National Trust, we actually moved on, and we're going to be talking about economy moving forward. So today really is the last day that we can extend that deadline. So I really do need that by the end of the day today, and that would be great. Okay, so see you very soon in assembly, and to my groups that I'm seeing, see you after that, and then to all of us, see you at 12.